That's nasty. Oh. That's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. That's nasty. That's disgusting. That's nasty. Welcome back to Patch Production, where we make 5 new patches. Are you ready to get started? Let's do it. Today we're going to be in Serum, and we're going to be trying to make the most dirtiest, nastiest, filthiest sounds with the most simple process ever, okay? The most simple process as possible, all right? So even your granny can follow along with this, all right? So we're going to go ahead and use Gremlin. It's going to be our default, wavetable for oscillator A for each of these patches, all right? And we're going to build 5 iterations of the same patch off of the first patch that we make. The first patch is going to be the setup, and then the experimentation follows from there, all right? And we're going to have 5 disgusting patches by the end of this. You ready? Let's do this. Phase and random is going to go to 0, and we're going to go to the spectral section. That's where Gremlin is. Gremlin is a good wavetable. Dope. All right, go into the wavetable position to 20. We're going to use envelope 2 as a modifier to move the wavetable position from one point to another point. So throw envelope 2 onto the wavetable position of oscillator A. Throw that outer dial to like 51%. I'm just guessing that'll probably sound dope. And then throw the attack out to about, the attack on envelope 2 out to about 169 milliseconds. Now we've got... Cool. Now we need some low end. Go to oscillator B. Go to the analog section. Basic shapes. Very simple. Phase and random to 0. But now we need to beef it up. To beef it up, we're going to go ahead and go to the distortion, bring a distortion in, change it from tube to overdrive. It's just a quick, simple, easy way to beef your sound up. Now go and throw the drive to 60%. Wow. Now go ahead and bring in an equalizer. We're going to give ourselves a high shelf and a low shelf by moving the right side gain dial to 6, left side gain dial to 4. Gives us a nice low shelf and a nice high shelf. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a hyper dimension, throw the hyper to 0. That's bullshit for this sound, and then go ahead and throw the dimension to 15. Gives us nice width without destroying our fundamental. Sick. Now what we're going to do is bring in a reverb to give us some depth to the sound. Change it from plate to hall, and go ahead and throw the low cut up to allow 27 so it doesn't affect the low end as much. Throw the pre-delay out to about 221. Throw the decay out to about 7.2, and the mix down to like 9. Now we have a sustain. You've made your first sustain. If this is your first time using Serum, congratulations. You just made your first disgusting sound. Disgusting, all right? So I would go ahead and call this our first sound, really, because go ahead and throw the noise on. We're going to give it some texture. Throw the level of the noise down to 0. Throw envelope 2 onto the level of the noise. Throw the outer dial on that to about 28. Just gives us some nice texture to the sound, some grit. That's disgusting. That's nasty. That's our first sound. Gremlin bass right there. All right. So, but where do we go from there? All right. This is where the experimentation begins. Go ahead and call this Hard Academy Bass Mr. Gremlin. Sick. All right. Where do we go from here? Well, we can turn this into a movement bass for one. We can throw the level of oscillator A down to 0 and go ahead and throw LFO 1 onto the level of oscillator A. Now we have, we have this. Congratulations, you just made your first movement bass. You can change the rate on LFO 1 to like 1/8 to give you something more recognizable. That's nasty. That's nasty. And the sub is so nice. We have really good sub with this. That's foul. But now, let's get a little experimental. Let's go on a wave morph. Go to the warping slot on oscillator array. Let's put a sync on here. Let's modulate this around. Let's see. I'm going to experiment real quick. Let's see. That's nasty. Like that bend minus. Go ahead and throw on the warping slot of oscillator array. Alt warp section, bend minus. Go ahead and throw that to 30. That's, what is that, minus 31%. And then throw envelope 2 onto the bend minus. Put the outer dial at 32%. That really kind of gave us a different kind of style of movement base. It's a little bit like more, you know, it's a little bit more like squishy. That's cool. There's another sound right there. There's patch number 2. And don't forget, we can get different variations of this sound by moving the outer dial on wavetable position of oscillator array. Oh. Find the sweet spots. Go ahead and call this Mr. Grim Lean 2. All right. Now, where do we go from here? Let's keep building upon this, all right? Where can we go from here? We can add a sustain to this movement base, right? So turn on oscillator C, wavetable position to, phase and random to 0. And let's go to the spectral section again. And this time, I guess we can use something like Grimace. Let's see what this sounds like. Woo! So now, let's put the wavetable position to about 148. So now you see we've got that sustain built into that movement base, but it's not that cool yet. It's kind of in the way, really. We need to create some movement inside of this sustain, if that makes sense, some modulation points. So we're going to use envelope 2 to throw that onto the wavetable position of oscillator C and play around with the outer dial to find cool spots. Oh, there it is right there. I'm going with a wavetable position outer dial of minus 42%. So now we've got... Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. You hear that movement bass inside of there with that sustain that's harmonically in alignment as well. And that's just one variation that we found. That's disgusting, man. I would boost the lows on this more too. Just to kind of reinforce that. That's a disgusting sound. There is a good patch 3, but we can change the outer dial on a wavetable of oscillator A. I like that right there. I'm going to change that outer dial on wavetable position of oscillator A to 57%. That's more in alignment for me. That's disgusting, man. That's a nasty sound. And there's Mr. Grimlean 3 right there. Now, where do we go from here? Well, we can turn this into a Boulder bass. I like to call these Boulder basses. We go to play around with our filter. We haven't done that yet, right? Go to the miscellaneous section, select the reverb filter. Now, let's see what happens here. Just for oscillator A for now. But the magic happens when you turn on for oscillator B too. You see what I mean? That's a Boulder bass. Oh. That's nasty. Oh. That's fucking disgusting. I'm just saying, this is what it takes. We're just playing around, moving dials. You get lost. Like, I forget to keep teaching. I just start playing around with sounds like, oh, that's fucking sick. I would do this with that. And I just playing things with a beat will take you so far, you know? You'd be like, that's cool. You just get lost in the rhythm, you know, lost in the flow. Listening to, you know, moving buttons. But in that whole process, you're figuring out what things do. You're figuring out what you like that things do. Oh, I like this reverb filter sound, and I like the noise it makes whenever I move this cutoff filter. I'm going to remember that. That's bookmarked. Then you're going to go back to that, and you're going to start designing other sounds. When you get stuck, you're going to say, well, let me try that technique with that reverb filter. And that's how it starts. But you're not going to discover that if you just if you ain't moving buttons and pressing stuff, you know? So it's important to, even when I'm telling you what to do in the steps throughout the process, pause the video and start moving around some shit. You know, even if you have to save the preset as it is where I left off so you can come back to it, because you're going to, you know, go so far away from it and get lost. But that's the beauty of it. That's sound design, all right? So now we've got this. I like that. I'm going to put that cutoff to 30 hertz. The filter's on for oscillator A and B. The resonance is 26%. Now we've... That's nasty. That's the nice little, like, soft Boulder bass, all right? So that's Mr. Gremlin number 4, okay? That's disgusting. That's nasty. Holy shit. All right. Now, where do we go from there? And you see, I'm trying to build upon these sounds without removing the steps that we did before. We're just continually building upon this. All right. So what can we do with this now? Well, we can throw a sync onto the wavetable position. I mean, we can throw a sync onto the next warping slot of oscillator A. And let's go ahead and put that sync to 1.01. And I like to use a sync to like make things a little bit more higher pitched, but keep things harmonically aligned and like in key. Because you'll see what I'm saying. We'll throw envelope 2 onto the sync here. Now look what happens. The outer dial is like not doing anything. This is what it sounds like. Now as we move that around, it kind of like makes things a little bit more higher pitched, more like, it almost sounds like a high pass filter on this. I don't really like it, but let's play around some more. And this is, you know, this is, oh, what was that? I like that. You hear that harmonic? That row. And that's what's happened. I thought a sync would work well with this, but it didn't. It didn't really get us a result that was nasty. But now I was pressing buttons and we went to asymmetrical minus. All right. This is asymmetrical minus. And I put that to minus 7%. And I threw envelope 2 onto the asymmetrical minus here. And that sounds like I'm fucking like doing rocket science. Jeez. And then on the outer dial here for envelope 2's modifier, the outer dial is 40%. Now we've got a new tone inside of this whole thing. That's nasty. Oh, that's disgusting, man. And don't forget, you can move the LFO rate around too. Where can we go from here? Let's play around. I'm gonna do some experimentation. Oh, I knew a sync was going to work somewhere. Go ahead and bring a sync onto the warping slot of oscillator C. Put that to 1.01%. Throw LFO 1. Oh, no. Throw envelope 2 onto the sync on oscillator C here. And now let's find that sweet spot we just had again. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that's nasty. Put that out of data like 27, man. That is like, that's disgusting. Holy crap. That's disgusting, man. That's Mr. Gremlin 5. There's 5 patches right there. That's disgusting. Man, that's just so harmonically rich. I don't know if that's the right word, but all the different tones and timbres in here. And we could turn this into a movement bass just to top this off. Throw the level of oscillator C down to 0. Throw LFO 1 onto the level of oscillator C. Now we've got a whole overall movement bass. That's disgusting. That's nasty. And there it was, man. You've got 5 patches starting from the most basic thing, and we just gradually introduced more steps building upon our patches, and now we've got 5 variations of the same kind of patch. You know? You made something fucking disgusting. But that's it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos, please like and subscribe. If you haven't already, comment down below in the comment section. It goes a long way. If you don't do anything else for me, doing any of those 3 things, like, comments, or subscribing, will help the video and the channel so much, more than you know. And if you like these patches, when you don't want to make them, or you just want these patches plus tons more every single month, you can get exactly that at patreon.com/Heart Academy, where I deliver to you disgusting sounds every single month. And that's my plug, and that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one for Patch Production. Boom.